for children. Say whatever the hell you want. All racist. All that stuff. Yeah. To hell with Twitch. Well, no, YouTube still has certain guidelines. Racism. Is its own business until it brings their business to our door.
Noise.
I was just gonna say, I'm actually gonna edit the title of this real quick and say in parentheses with friends, with some sussy friends, some sussy bakas. Clickbait. But the clickbait.
Noise.
Who just joined in time to hear you say ara ara? What's up, James? Wouldn't be surprised if he's just like, yeah, no, this. Click. No, he's gone. It's perfect. Oh, he's back.
Noise.
Yeah, are you winning, son?
Noise. Noise.
Yep. Rev is on YouTube a lot. Your account is at greater risk of attack because you don't have one. No one has that. Go away. It ain't at risk. You know how many years it would take even the best code breaker to get through a password that long?
Noise.
It'd take about a century.
Just once they figure that one out, then they're gonna figure out everything else. Or if they can figure out
Well, let me rephrase that. If I'm going off of the specific math, it would be about 87 and a half years. You gotta remember, I went to school for cybersecurity, so. Look, man, some people keep in contact with their really cool professor. You think that's still a rabbit hole? Bitch, that thing became a gator hole like years ago.
Noise.
I kind of forgot what I was doing earlier. Oh yeah, I finished everything on the space station. Time to go to the planet. That's weird. Why is my game audio coming through my speakers still? Hold up. It's because you didn't sleep enough.
That must be the case all the time.
There we go. Oh yeah, my audio settings. Crap. The game's probably been so loud compared to us talking. What did I have these settings set to? Master was 8. Music was 4. Voice is 7. Sound effects is 6.
Lamborghini lurking.
Alright, that should be better. Excuse me. Let's do a quick one over for the space station real quick. Make sure we got all the loot. Oh yeah, see, there's 2. Excuse me. 2 doors right there we haven't been to yet.
The rain done came and gone. Be here in about another hour. What's up, Ginger?
Noise.
Oh, you should have seen it last night. I think I did something that made my dog super happy.
I thought you were
So-
going to say angry.
So you know how it's been hot in this house? Well, how it's been warmer lately? I don't know if you've noticed, because you've been on the seacoast, but there was 2 storms that was creating basically a wall for this hot, warmer fronts to come through, and it's heated up the central U.S. quite a bit. Like the other day, it was like 83, but the feels like was like 89, so it was almost 90 degrees. Well, we haven't been running any air, so I've been turning on the ceiling fans that are in the living room where she stays at. Well, I walked in there one day and I just took her outside. It was yesterday. I took her outside. She come back in. And I was like, do you want to cool off? And she looked at me weird. So I grabbed her little doggy bed, threw her in it, and took her in my room. You know, and I take it from me that me and her don't get along. So anytime she's in my room, she's really cautious. She's like, what did I do? You know? Because I usually only throw her in there whenever she does something wrong. Yesterday was a different case. I just wanted to warm her up. Dude, I laid her down and no more than 5 minutes went by and she was passed smooth the fuck out. Because I laid her like right there underneath the AC. It's where it was blowing right on her. And she passed out so fast. She was getting all stretched out and stuff, and like I think 4 or 5 hours went by before she finally decided she was ready to leave. She's like, "Thank you, human," and then proceeded to go right back into that hot ass room in there. She acted like I was gonna jump on her about it. I was like, "I just figured you'd want to stay in here." I was like, "Yeah, I know your hair is a lot more warmer than mine is, so I can only imagine what you're feeling like."
Oh, just a heads up, because you weren't here just yet. I am streaming.
That's why I was talking about stroking my dick.
Y'all are specifically the reason I made my channel not child friendly. Actually, it was because of Rev.
Freeze!
Come on, where are all my mixes at? I don't want this shit. Getting a little bit closer with those.
Time for the main
Not
event.
quite there.
Keep up! My tempo! My turn! Let's go.
We would like to get up early, go back in the morning, but they had to, so they do it real slow.
The truth of life and death reveal this sanctuary is but a vision.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Oop, wrong button.
Damn, that hit so hard.
I'm just gonna put my subs at 0.
Rules are made to be broken. You're out.
You couldn't have done it without me.
Yes, I could have.
Okay, I want to see what these things can push.
The hell is that robot sound? Who's fighting Tron? Are those the ogres? Are you fighting them again?
Oh, shiny! Ooh, sparkly!
Keep
I'll
at
put
it.
John Wick music that you were hearing.
It sounds like a gonk droid, to be honest.
This what you're hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the John Wick fight music. Whenever he was going through the club, it has all the electronic music going on. I've actually learned this. It's not really a newer band, but they've been out for a while. It's called Dance with the Dead. They got some pretty decent music. I don't think there's any singing in it, so it's all just music. It's like a retro rock almost.
Can I sign another agreement to nullify this non-disclosure agreement? I have to. Dude, the responses that you can give in this game are so great. Just make sure you are out of the sight of entities from the Garden of Recollection. Yeah, who are the memo keepers? Oh, memory keepers. Memo keepers. Got it. Sitting here thinking like, did you get the memo?
What do you know? You're just a voice. You don't know a damn thing about driving.
Alright. Now that I have access to headbutting bubbles. Also, it would seem I was not done with the space station. Hey, Bubble. Let me stick my face in you. That's it? Oh yeah, do I have a quest for this now? Damn. It would be so nice if this was being tracked. Oh my god, there's so many bubbles. If they're here, then they gotta be all the way through the station. Oh, crap. Alright. We'll just let this go on autoplay so I can finish my food. It's getting cold.
Titans are attacking the castle. Kakashi shows up, summons the forbidden Lego for it to step on. And then fucking Pain's like, I didn't know there was such a great pain in this world. Let me show you mine.
A 1,000-point needle of death, or whatever the finger butt poke is.
Oh, I know who that guy was playing as now. He's playing as Aaron. Now he's Aaron in Titan form, but he's got Nokia brick phone armor on.
Oh my god.
I know. He's indestructible now.
Mm-hmm.
See you, James.
Wait, James left?
Yep.
No one was playing 11, so I guess he peaced out.
Oh, I understand the point of joining. I haven't heard him literally say anything the last 3 days I've been on. He just sits there.
Probably just hoping we'll get on so we can party up. I want to do that too, but since I started this, I got a goal to reach by Friday. After that, I'll probably take a little break and go back to 11 for a couple days. Oh hell, I just pulled a rev. That's gonna come through the mic. But it's so good, man. Got mac and cheese with cheddar wurst cut up in it. Alright, no bubble back there. Hold up. Was there a bubble back there? No.
I think you're laying it on a little thick.
Wyatt, please tell me this is not a dude. It is... Okay. The dude is wearing pink and she's wearing blue. Right, it's time to leave. Goodbye. Farewell. Hopefully you reload in swapped suit colors.
Oh, I give up.
Oh, you made me think you were a voiced NPC, you bastard. Bubble? Bubble? We're on bubble hunt. Give me the bubbles. Where are the bubbles? Reveal
These
to
guys
me
are
bubbles.
root campers. And I don't like root campers. So we're gonna blow their shit up.
Reveal thine boobles. Was it just the two? No, because the comment I said that they were all over the station. They just probably aren't as frequent. That's what I'm thinking there. See, this would have been prime bubble location since there was never anything here before. Oh! It's a bubble! I suppose I could read this one. What did they say? You feel bored? Oh, I'm sorry. I have to feel... It's a boring one. What did they say? You feel bored to death. You fiddle with the adhesive explosive charge in your hand. Those old geezers still aren't going to give us the green light to open fire. You pull out the pin on the explosive, only putting it a few seconds before the count. You pull out the pin on the explosive, only putting it a few seconds. Oh. That's a weird way of putting that, but okay. Before the countdown ends. The newbie standing next to you seems like she isn't used to your dangerous antics. She appears to be somewhat terrified. That's right, Professor. They worry that the high temperature produced by the explosion will activate the virus. She gulps. You pout. Then why did they get us to come here? You originally wanted to scold them, but now are at a loss for words. These scaredy cats. After a while, you angrily pick up the report next to you and read it. He actually read it out loud. Cells become cancerous and soft tissues calcify. You initially had assumed these old fogies were only capable of churning out useless garbage, but this report is actually interesting. Unfortunately, reading reports cannot calm your anxious heart. You sigh and lift up your head. You look at the pallid ruins in the distance. Why is that capitalized? Your analysis revealed that these twisted ruins, which look like bone spurs, have a history that goes back 400 Amber eras. Despite its age, it's mysterious... Despite its age, it mysteriously appears as if brand new, just as how it would have looked 400 AEs ago. You are confounded by this enigma. You are a seasoned, armed archaeologist. You long to unravel all historical mysteries. Yet they are holding you back from using your school's tradition. You should be blowing a hole into the surface of this bone spur and carrying off valuable artifacts. The fact that they won't permit it makes you seethe with anger, but you choose to compromise. You recognize that their concerns are not groundless. Oh my god, how long is... You can't pay for this with your life. You settle for doing things the old way. You work to live, not live to work. You smack your lips in anticipation and start to plan your next steps. You don't get to think for long. A loud voice breaks your train of thought. Hey boss! We found something good! It's Rowan, but what is he saying? You've clearly told him to sit still and wait for further instructions. Oh no! You suddenly realize something. You want to stop him, only to discover that you can't speak. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, you are experiencing rapid petrification from inside out. Just like those familiar-looking yet terrifying bone sculptures in front of you. So the whole point of that story was some old bored researcher got petrified?
What?
Come here, Bubble. I'm gonna put this on autoplay and go refill my drink.
Somebody found out in Rust that the drones can't be shot down as long as they're moving. And they had the collision of a semi, so they're literally like running into people that are flying and shit. It's just RKOing them straight into the ground.
I don't know if you said more after, but I heard you say that they discovered in Rust the drones have like the hitbox of a truck. They were mowing people down.
No, they can't. They can't be shot down while moving, and they have the collision of a semi truck.
Ah.
They're literally just like hovering around the safe zones and are hitting people's helicopters that are flying in. He said, "Why you do this? Every time I go out, all I hear is bzzz, bzzz, every time."
Oh, excuse me. Hold up. Can I access this yet? Nope. Alright, bubbles. No? No bubbles back here? There be no bubbles for you, madam. Excuse you.
Damn.
Have I
He
spotted
looted one of the bodies that he hit while at the safe zone that had over 2,000 scrap.
Ooh, that sucks for them. Imagine losing 2,000 scrap.
To a drone.
Be even better if they didn't even loot it, just let it despawn. Screw your scrap, all I wanted was your blood on the ground.
Do that. They'll pick it up, just toss it somewhere else.
Those people are what we like to call cancer. And just like any cancer, they must be cut out with all due haste. Save the server from the cancer. Has made your digestive cavity feel upset. Okay, we're definitely not a human. Okay, definitely not human. What's up, we have tentacles. High-speed particle stream. Oh, I thought that said beam. Damn it.
Like, people doing the video, they flew into safe house so they could recycle and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they come in, he flew in with the helicopter. And somebody stole his helicopter. He goes, "Hey man, that was my helicopter. At least give me a ride in it." And the guy's like, "Fuck you, man." And he's like, "Man, you got a SAR. It'd be a real shame if you lost that." He goes, "Yeah, it'd be a real shame." And as he rolls up, here comes the drone. Pow!
There went in.
He said, "Real shame to lose that SAR." He said, "We're losing them one after another."
I see. That was a memory fragment of Cthulhu. What's this now? Egg custard. Okay. That's certainly one way of putting it. Oh, hey, I should probably link stream into Discord. One of these days I'll set up a bot to do that automatically. One day. I figured there would have been a bubble in here. Alright, so we started here, worked our way around, which means we're done on supply zone. Let's go up to storage zone.
I took out one of the scrap helis, like the big ones. Holy shit.
You did or they did?
They did. Like, they had to hit it a few times, but they got it.
That's actually pretty impressive.
They're really impressive, dude. That thing's so fucking heavy. Every time I push them, it looked like they just wobble a little bit.
And you shall be crowned the Emperor of Totten.
Oh, that's really clever. They had one guy in a swimsuit swim below an oil rig, and the other one waited with the drone and would crash into people, and then as their bodies flew into the water, the guy in the scuba suit swims up and picks it up. That's clever.
I actually forgot Rust had underwater stuff, to be perfectly honest. Hang on.
Yeah, they got like underwater bases and stuff.
Back.
Mhm.
Noise. Noise.
Alright, I'm back. It was a package.
I have a package for delivery for El Baron. It is marked most urgent.
Yeah, man. FedEx is on their game here every day. Right at 4 p.m.
Oh my god, a guy jumped in the water to loot the people that they had taken out. And he killed him with the fucking pile driver.
Oh my.
He said, "This is my harpoon gun." Oh no way, he's got an actual harpoon gun now.
The details tell me
This
about
is so
the
sneaky
but
though,
word
just to
count tells
fucking
me it's
swim
your
from
attitude.
underneath and just get all the loot. That is sneaky as fuck.
Well, I mean, it's just like if you get good enough with the bow, you know, you can take like a friggin' rowboat or whatever the basic boat is out to the oil rig and just sit there out of their range and snipe them with the bow. Get up onto level 1 when they're all dead, loot all the guns and ammo, finish off the dudes up top.
They're not doing the oil like legitly. They're not even doing oil. They're sitting at oil and they're waiting for people to come in.
Oh.
And then when people fly, like people on the boats, you know, there's not really much they can do about that. But the people that are flying in, they're ramming these drones into them. And the drones, you know, with the impact that they have, it just immediately, like, destroys the helicopter. And then the person that's swimming around just has to swim up and grab what they need and then swim away. I mean, they're picking up AKs, like, full metal suits and everything.
Hmm.
He said, "This is probably the easiest I've ever done this in a while." Some random killed him. He's like, "Hey, you the one going around doing all this shit?" And he goes, "No." And he killed him, and he brought him back. He's like, "Hey man, just chill. I want to show you something." Brought him into his house. Closes the door, hits a button, says, "Now it's your turn to die." And like all these like roll up doors roll up, and there's like 5 sentry turrets just sitting there staring at him.
Poor bastard. Never even knew what hit him.
Hell's Ultimate Abridged 3 episode.
No, he did know what hit him. There just wasn't anything left of him after.
Ooh. I got the Fifth Element on free on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. It's been free on there for a while.
I'm actually a little surprised on their selection that they got for free.
I've watched it a few times since it first went free.
I say I watched one of them old shows I used to watch, Biker Boys.
Waiting for Ghostbusters to go free. It's been so long since I've watched
Which one?
the original 2. The only 2. The female Ghostbusters doesn't exist, and I haven't seen the new one yet to judge it. So.
I mean, I haven't seen the new one, but the female one, it really wasn't that bad.
It was more slapstick comedy than Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters went like super serious. Yeah, they caught it like they did. The only one that was really serious was that last one they caught. The first one, at least.
Like if
I mean,
if
that
the
was
whole,
that was an actual evil. That was like possessing people and doing all kinds of shit.
This is how I look at that movie. If their whole point was to basically do like a scary movie or hero movie, you know what I mean, like the meme movies, videos of that, then they did a good job. But if they were trying to make a serious
Clemency?
game or
Never
movie,
heard of
then
it.
they failed. Hang on. take out the guy on the edge first.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Even the original one wasn't a really serious one.
Time for the main event.
Dude, they're all about joking, man. Movies back then did good.
With me out here? How
People
could you
actually
lose?
cared about what they put out on the big screen.
Take this!
You can't run!
Ooh, that
Try
one.
that again!
That one hit that shield for a good amount.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock!
That is not who I meant to hit with that, but oh well.
My turn. Watch this!
It's gonna get away. Yep.
You couldn't have done it without me.
One more time.
If you did more DPS than I could have. Accepted that statement. Miss March. Where am I? Here? Okay, so that's all one... That's right, this is all one self-contained room. I'm sure there's a bubble in here somewhere. There's got to be a bubble in here somewhere. It's probably in the back room up there.
Yeah, that storm is moving north from south. Our weather system don't normally do that. It's usually from the west to east that we normally deal with them.
Yeah, Andy was just saying, or talking to someone at his house about that earlier. I was like, the thing people have to remember is there's no such thing as a set weather pattern. You have what usually happens. Sure, you could argue that that's a set weather pattern, but in reality, weather's going to do whatever the hell it wants. All you can
Okay,
do is
but
get out
there's
of the way.
also things that... Oh, wow. Okay, there's also things, though, that we didn't have before that actually tells us compared to what it was then. So with all this stuff that we have now, it is quite easy now to predict it. Like, people say it's unpredictable, but it's not the case anymore.
I didn't say it
sometimes-
was unpredictable.
Say sometimes every now and then, you say it's going to do whatever it wants to, nobody's going to know. That's
Well, yeah, it's just like
Kinda
okay,
being
let's
unpredictable.
say for the last 10 years, all of your storms have gone from east to west. Well, that's not to say the weather isn't eventually going to make one go from west to east. It will happen.
Yeah.
You just have to give it.
I say typically it's like the way it's looked at now is like these storms, let's say in this area, have gone east to west. Alright, let's have a look at our moisture meters. Let's have a look at what fronts we've got coming in, and let's go ahead and have a look at wind direction, because those three, like, two of those things are going to play a big part in that. Like, wind direction and front front activity and direction are like the two key things. People now know with certain lower hot fronts that, you know, with the wind it helps it out. It helps push it into a certain thing, and they know now once it hits this thing, there's a good chance that it could build up because it's done it for the last 20 years. A lot of the weather predictions that we have nowadays are mainly based off of previous predictions, but because of technology, it's a lot easier now than what it has been. That's why they tell you, I can give you the gist of what's going on, but as time goes, we'll actually know, because as it gets closer, that's when, you know, the actual numbers are starting to show up, because at first it's just everything's kind of a prediction.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The weather's going to do whatever it wants to do. We'll know when it's ready to do it.
And so everything's prediction, but because of past storms and all that, people know how they're just gonna, how they typically move. Unless another that was funny. Unless there's a unforeseen factor in, and then you got the people that's in the radar room that's crunching numbers and taking directions and all that into account, and then they can formulate a new prediction.
The end of the banquet? Does that mean that's the last one? That's a name. That's also a name.
Excuse me?
There's another name. Just the, like, they're going with weird plays on classic names. Like, instead of Hildebrand, it's Hildebania instead of... Okay. Goria beef? I wonder. Goya? Clodimer. Vladimir. Clive. Klondike Bar. What's your name, Bar? Bar what? No, it's Klondike Bar.
Oh, that was a good one. Guy come over the hot mic, burping really loud. He goes, "Oh my god, is that your burp, bro?" He goes, "Nah, man, that's your mom's vagina."
Ah, yes, Rust, destroying faith in
No,
humanity.
it's not Rust. No, it's Call of Duty.
Oh, well.
Even worse. So that's where all the kids
Yeah.
go.
They both have their unfair share of kids.
The difference is like Rust to a point actually takes skill.
Dude, that's what I've been trying to tell people for years, and that comes down to most, not all. There are some rare few exceptions, I will grant, but most FPSs are too easy. It's literally just point and shoot. You do it long enough, you get good at it. You can adjust
Fortnite
for
threw in the
system.
mix because it's like point, shoot, build.
Yeah.
Build these simple shapes.
But they forgot to take away jumping, so all you get is people bunny hopping. That's why Star Rail doesn't have any jumps whatsoever. No bunny hopping for you. We're tired of people doing that bullshit. If you can't fight like a man, then don't bother playing.
I think it's more or less like not having the need to. You talking about Honkai, right?
I was just throwing that in as a joke. It wasn't an actual game comparison.
I was about to say, like, there's no need for you to jump in that game.
It's like, you know, you got PUBG and Fortnite are compared to each other a lot because of their game style. I say PUBG and Apex should be compared. You want to compare Fortnite to something, compare it to Rust.
Not even, to me.
Yeah, Rust beats it. It whoops that ass in every way.
I mean, this is one's a battle royale and one's a survival.
I'm talking about when it comes to the actual fighting, man. Build and fight, build and fight. Fight and build.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to build in either one.
You don't have to, no.
Building is more emphasized on Fortnite. And Rust is just more of a base means somewhere to spawn. It's also another mechanic Fortnite players don't have to worry about.
No, because once you die, that's it. It's hardcore. It's hardcore survival. You live till you don't.
Yeah, good luck within the small handful of players in the lobby and the vast majority of bots flying around.
Who's to say you just aren't the bot? Why is this floating?
I mean, there's been people I've gone up against and I'm like, there ain't no way this person's fucking real. There's been people in Souls games like Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 that I've fought and I was like, this can't be a real person. There's no fucking way this is a real person.
I just love killing people who are sitting there bunny hopping. It's like, shoot them in the head, shoot them in the dick, shoot them in the head, shoot them in the dick. They're dead.
My thing was, it was like, when somebody bunny hop, you hop, you're committing yourself towards a direction. All you gotta do is predict where they're gonna land. Trail it just a little bit closer to them as they're making the hop, and you can start your shot, but lock on to one area, because some of them are smart though. With certain games, there's just certain shit that can be done.
See,
like Call of Duty, I know will be like bunny hop, and they will land where you're gonna predict, but they can like crouch or prone so fast, or slide, and cancel that.
the way I look at bunny hopping in games is it works in Halo because you literally have jetpacks, boosted jumps, etc. Your whole skeletal structure as the Master Chief is reinforced with metal. You're a bioengineered superhuman. You were raised from a young age after you were altered. You're a super soldier through and through. You can do that shit. When you're just a random pleb fucking around in Fortnite who glided down onto an island out of a modern day plane. How the hell are you jumping 3-4 feet in the air?
It's the party bus. Get it right.
Whatever.
Beep beep.
It's the suicide bus is what it is.
I still like the one that they did on PUBG because they had, PUBG had proximity chat for a while. Everybody was on the plane. It's like, hi, welcome to Russian Airlines. Here we'll be taking you to an island where you will fuck each other up. I hope all of you die and have a good day. And then just like everybody just starts fucking busting out laughing. Because it was like the most random thing.
Well, I was gonna make a Suicide Squad joke with the bus, but that works too.
Well, in PUBG, it's an actual plane.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the one I was kind of having in my head. No, I'm fairly certain when we played Fortnite, the first couple weeks it launched back on console, it was a plane. I don't remember it being a bus.
it was always a party bus, I remember.
Cause like I could have swore it was a plane. Like we were inside of it, we spray painted. No, that was that game that we played with Mike and Haley for like a week.
Oh, what was that? Rogue One? No.
Rogue Company.
Yeah. I thought it was Rogue something. I said Rogue One. I was like, no, that's a Star Wars game, I think.
It honestly, I actually enjoyed that more than I did Fortnite.
Oh, Rogue Company?
Yeah.
Because that was bad. That was back whenever, like, I was having problems with my hard drive before I figured out how to fix it. Because it was, that was when I had games that I couldn't play. I did that shit yesterday because Dragon's Dogma was like, you've already got it installed. And I'm like, the fuck I don't. So it just unplugged my hard drive, plugged it back in. Once it was all done, it was like, hey, you have 2 copies. And I was like, again, no I don't. It's like, which one you want to keep? I was like, how about the one we just fucking downloaded? Oh, okay.
Yup. But no, I actually enjoyed Rogue Company more than I did
It was funny with that problem. I was kind of surprised as that.
Or Apex.
No, see, Rogue kind of, to me, besides the third-person aspect,
Looks good.
Rogue to me felt like Fortnite and CS:GO or Counter-Strike because of the whole buying system. It's something that Valorant's kind of done now, because Valorant's like Apex and CS:GO.
What buying system?
In Rogue Company, you could buy and upgrade shit before you dropped in. Like, you could upgrade the weapons that you had, you could add extra armor.
Yeah, I forgot.
Have like grenades if you wanted.
I just remember picking a loadout and sticking with it. I don't remember there.
Yeah, I mean every character has their specific weapons and skills that they can use, but as the round goes, you can upgrade those.
But I mean, I'm fine with that because that gives you variety. Even though the matches and the zones kind of, there's only a handful and they stay the same. Your encounters will be different because the more you play, the more different your guns and loadout will be. But those kind of games only last for a brief amount of time anyway. You can only play them so much before you get burned out.
In Rogue Company, it's kind of limited on the weapons, whereas in Counter-Strike, you were just a soldier of all. If you want to use a rifle, you could. If you want to use a pistol, you could. If you want to use a shotgun, LMG, sniper rifle, you just could. Whereas in Rogue Company, if you chose this person, he was good at shotguns and like revolver handguns or something, something like that. But the buying system is kind of what reminded me of CS:GO a little bit. I'm sure there's another game that does that a little bit better or closer.
Personally, I just don't really enjoy those kind of games anymore. I've played so many of them. They just all blend together now. To be perfectly frank, all 3 of the games we mentioned, you throw in Overwatch into the mix just for a random middle finger towards people who think otherwise, I guess. They all just feel the same to me now. There's no, I don't get any enjoyment out of them.
Oh, and then
MOBAs.
There's a ton of other people who play it though.
Just like, you know, Andy and I would always argue about MOBAs and arena battlers being different. I'm like, they're the same to me. They're the same to me. Just because one you protect lanes and one you murder the other team. Other than that, there's not really a difference between them.
So I was watching B play Overwatch, and it seemed like it. I mean, it is fun to a point. It's not for me, but one of the biggest things that I don't like about it actually come up in like one of the first few matches. People were basically just talking shit to each other. Like 2 rounds go bad, and everybody's like, "Oh, our healer sucks," and it's like, dude, it's a fucking video game. But they have a competitive mode, so there's that. I don't see how people can play stuff like that competitively and then be able to talk shit. Like somebody was telling her that their healer in the tank was the worst that they've seen. Yet it seemed whenever she looked at the scoreboard, she was the healer, and her tank had absorbed and done the most damage out of everyone, and she had healed the most damage out of everyone on the game. But this guy was still just talking shit. I just can't stand games like that where people ain't got nothing else better to do.
Yeah. I mean, let's take a couple of examples here, right? The first, more recent, and most egregious one is, oh my god, you suck, I'm so great at PvP because I spent $5,000 on Diablo Immortal. And your free-to-play ass can't do anything against me. Ha 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 ha, look at me.
I have to tell you this now with your stream. Your audio is extremely quiet compared to mine.
Yeah, I noticed that when I'm in Discord.
Like, extremely quiet.
How about now? I guess I should say more things and stuff. Did it pick up?
I don't know yet. Doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's getting worse.
I don't know how that would be. It's not like I touched
Look at that now. Maybe some sensitivity setting you got is being in play. You have it set to where you go down and it goes to the other screen?
What are you talking about?
It's just the way your cursor moved there. That was weird.
Oh, I'm in Discord right now. You can see my cursor move, you just can't see the page I'm on.
Right. But yeah, your cursor's disappeared now. It's just the way it went down to the bottom. I guess it makes sense for you to go.
Testing.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, just hook up your basic ass TV to it. That's what I do with mine. I got a 40 and a 32 inch that put out 1080 at 60 frames, so I'm happy with that.
What did I just come back to? I was doing input sensitivity, so I didn't catch the first half of that.
Talking about you having more monitors?
I do have more monitors. I have 3 other monitors
3?
in this room. The problem isn't the monitors. The problem is that when we built this PC, I specifically asked for multi-monitor plugging, and it didn't get done. I have
All
to.
you gotta do then is just
I've bought 3
add another
different
PCIe slot.
connectors that are supposed to convert this shit, and all it does is clone. All 3 of them do, different names. Clone image. Even on this goddamn box over here, it says for dual monitor setup to have multiple screens for streaming. Doesn't work. It would only let me clone it, so There's some setting somewhere, other device I need to get out. I don't know. I'll make do with one for now. It's why I wanted the hardware to be correct in the first place.
So did you buy a piece that went onto it that is the one that's cloning? Is that something separate that you bought?
They're literally just converters. Like where I plug my monitor into, I plug that into it, and it has cords that come out, and it's supposed to split them. Okay. And I also have one that goes to the PCI slot, straight into the graphics in the other plugs, and it still only clones. It doesn't. Like I said, I'm pretty sure.
Have you tried rearranging them? Like, how many slots do you have there? Because it could.
I have one
possibly
HDMI.
be in the wrong one.
I wanted two.
Yeah, on your deal. I'm talking about the deal that the card that's connecting to the board, like the slots there.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling you. I have one HDMI and I have 3 PCIs.
So the PCIs are the smaller ones, right?
No, they're the bigger ones. They're wider.
See, I have 2 PCIs and then I have 2 other ones here on mine. See, I still just don't know much about that kind of stuff.
I can't figure out what's wrong with audio. I don't know. I guess I could try doing this.
What are you using as your streaming software? Oh, that's good. Okay, well, I figured something was going on, that's why I kind of just sat there. I don't even hear your voice now through it. Yeah. It's so weird. You get this like high-end PC and I just can't think of what's different. Hell, I've got just a simple ass one and my shit's all fine. Not just that much of another rig. I think it just depends on what you're using. Yeah, and that was my question. What software are you using to stream? See, I used OBS, and whenever I was playing around with it with Dragon, I got it to where everything sounded alright. Like the sound of the game wasn't too loud. It let me like change a bunch of stuff on it. Yeah, nothing. I've evidently plugged it in somewhere wrong. Whenever I was about to say, whenever you unplugged it and plugged it in, one of your devices probably like freaked the fuck out. It's like, hey, something was plugged in. Fucker, that was hot. Nope. I have to wait on it. Because there's that much of a delay. That's actually coming in fast on your screen. I can hear it on your mic. And let me close it. Your pause screen. I say it cuts out everything. It cut out audio and all everything. Whenever you pause. Yeah, but I'm saying that's not all it does. It cuts out like my audio, your audio, game audio, everything. I've got it to where I can pause mine and I can still talk to my friends and everybody. And it still goes through. Like, it's like me just... I still don't hear you.